Reasoning to solve problems. In general, there are a few ideas that might help. So when you're going through these questions, make sure to use a couple guidance things for help here. Don't read too much at once. There's more information than your brain can take in. And if you look at the questions below, yeah, you have to kind of go through bit by bit. Go back and just read a bit. Stop as soon as you've got enough information to make a note on the page. That's usually 1 or 2 sentences in. Read a bit more, make another note, kind of go back and forth. Don't go all at once kind of thing. Your notes may include variables, equations, as we've seen before. We used logic statements, we used if statements, we used let statements, we used algebra, Venn diagrams, or other constructs. Draw a diagram of the problem, and draw a diagram doesn't have to be like this big elaborate thing. It can just be like a chart. Here's one thing, there's another thing. Go back and read the first sentences that outline the problem. What am I actually trying to do? List all possible outcomes for the problem and try to see if each one works. Don't expect mechanical solutions to thinking problems. So it's not always going to be an algebraic solution. Not always. Sometimes you'll actually have to write it through. And I remember going through university and realizing that, you know what? Sometimes an algebraic proof, most of the time an algebraic proof is the best. However, it doesn't work all the time, for sure. Example. On the island of Ragnarok live 2 tribes of people. The Ragna tribespeople are incapable of lying, while the Naroks are incapable of telling the truth. So you have these liars and these truth tellers. In other respects, they are indistinguishable, so you have no idea which one's which. Tourists arriving here have a tough time. One fellow asked directions to the airport and got terribly confused. Finally, his wife found a way to ask yes or no questions, so only a simple answer. You can only answer yes or no, and learn whether they are Ragnas or Naroks. Give an example of the questions you might ask. So here's an example of how you might solve this. Here's one example. You're talking to one of these combinations. So here's a table. Okay, I'm living on an island. There's these 2 people, Ragna. Okay, here are the Ragnar, or here are the, right, Naroks. I'm going to make a chart. Either I'm talking to a liar and a truther, a liar and a liar, 2 people that are telling the truth, or one person that's telling the truth and the other person's the liar. All possible combinations. So, looking at this information, she could ask each person on the left, that's the people over here, the following question. If I ask him, and she's like saying, okay, if I talk to that person over there, if I'm going the right way, will he say yes? And she knows she's going the right way to the park. So here's a diagram of what that kind of looks like. If she asks the person on the left, in the first instance, the liar, is he, the person over here, going to tell me that I'm going the right way to the park? And she knows she's going the right way. The liar will say, no, he's not going to tell you. So he's lying. If she asks the person on the right, am I going to the right way to the park? They would say yes, because he's a person that's telling the truth. The second instance, the liar. If she asks the liar, am I going the right way? If I ask your friend over there, is he going to tell me the right answer? And the liar says, no. Yeah, sure, he will. And if she asks the person, he'll say, no, you're not going the right way to the park. But she knows she's going the right way to the park. But again, she doesn't know that they're liars. These are just combinations of different things that she would ask. And then, for instance, the truth, both of them say yes, because the truth would say, yes, he's going to tell you the right answer. And the truther would say, yeah, for sure you're going the right way. And the other instance would be the truth on the left-hand side would say, no, there's a liar over there. He's not going to tell you. He wouldn't say he's a liar. And the liar would say, no, you're not going the right way. So the person on the left who was asked the question reports yes, if either they are both liars or they are both truth tellers. Okay, if they are both liars or they are both truth tellers. It helps, but it would take more questions of other pairs of people to get useful answers. However, consider the ramifications of this question. So let's pick a different question. If I ask him, so it's a different question, pointing to the person on the right, if he's a truth teller, will he say yes? And let's look at the diagram this time. So I'm now asking the person over here and asking, will this person over here say that they're a truth teller? The truth teller will say yes, he will tell you because he's a liar and he'll say yes. But the truth teller, the person on the left is not a truth teller. If you ask the person on the left over here, he's a liar, is he going to tell the truth? Yes, he will tell the truth because he's a liar and he's a liar too. This person here, you ask them, he's a truth person. Are they going to tell me the truth? Yes, they will, because he is a truth teller, and he will say yes as well. So here we can see The answer by the person on the left tells you who you're dealing with because all of these answers are yes. So therefore, when I go to the person on the left and ask them, then I can see right away who the liars are, these people that say no. Right? So there are different ways to kind of go through these questions. When you're going through the examples in the textbook or questions in the textbook, try to work through it. I don't think this is as elaborate as this one, but hopefully that helps you organize your data, write some diagrams out. Don't read through too much of the information. Go slowly.